Number 1. Buying new things. We live in a consumerist era, so it's important to spend every day on things we need and don't need. However, let's look at Warren Buffett for a moment. When he had his first child, he converted one of his dressers into a crib for his child. When he had his second child, he ended up borrowing a crib from a friend. The moral of this example is, why buy something new when we have other cheaper options, or that might even cost nothing? Before thinking about buying, see if there's something you can reuse in your home first or borrow from someone you know. If not, see if you have the option to rent the item or buy it used. Number 2. Not using your gym. As we're at the beginning of the year, many people have started the gym as a goal for 2024. According to Statistica, the top 3 goals for people are related to exercise and health. The sad reality is that many people will sign up for a gym membership, go a few days, and then forget about it and have to continue paying their memberships. We understand, however, that consistently exercising is difficult, especially if you have a busy schedule. So if you have a gym membership and don't use it, consider canceling. If you're thinking about getting one but aren't sure if you'll commit, it's better to start with free exercises like walking, hiking, or even some sports. Number 3. Fast food and junk foods. Donuts, chocolate, potato chips, cookies, and sweets of all kinds are not only children's dreams, but also those of many adults. Although someone familiar with Warren Buffett might say that he eats McDonald's every day and that's junk food, there's a big difference. Warren Buffett eats McDonald's as his main meal of the day, while many people who eat junk food consume it in addition to their regular meals. It's essential to find a balance. You can eat a piece of chocolate or a serving of fries occasionally, but make sure you're not wasting your money and your health. Eat occasionally when you accomplish an individual goal. This way, it will be more beneficial and still motivate you to achieve your goals. Number 4. Smoking. Smoking is a bad habit for 2 reasons. First, it's bad for your health. Second, it's extremely expensive and ruins your finances. There's a reason why Warren Buffett never smoked a cigarette in his life, even though he lived in a time when smoking was considered stylish. The problem with smoking is that it's usually not enjoyed as an occasional thing, but more as an addiction. If you smoke several packs a month. And if a pack costs $15, it's not hard to spend hundreds of dollars a month. Quitting is never easy, but with incentives like your health and money, it can inspire a change. Number 5. Too many personal products. There's a vast array of personal products available for all sorts of things: haircuts, perfumes, makeup, nail care, skincare, shaving, etc. But out of so many products, what do you really need? For example, Warren Buffett never buys personal products, and he's over 90 years old. If you feel like you're struggling to make ends meet every month and know you've spent a lot on personal products, then review which products you can safely cut back on and still get the desired result. Even a small cut of 25% can make a huge difference. Number 6. Cancel unused subscriptions. Many networks that used to be TV channels have now transitioned to streaming services, but paying for individual services like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and others can quickly accumulate into a high expense. It can be difficult to tell what you use and what you don't. The first way to deal with this is to never use automatic subscriptions. This will help you keep only the subscriptions you use because you'll pay for them manually. Another method is to ask yourself if you use a streaming service at least once a week. If you don't, it's better to consider canceling that subscription. Number 7. Gambling. Have you placed any sports bets recently, bought a scratch-off ticket, or maybe played poker betting money with your friends? All of these are considered gambling, and while they can be fun, it's an easy way to lose a lot of money and even develop a serious addiction. The thrill of potentially winning a large sum of money is a pit that can make you spend so much money that, at worst, you could end up homeless and without your family. If you enjoy the thrill of gambling, make sure to set aside a small amount of your budget to use for leisure. Number 8. Buying new cars. The feeling of driving a new car is an experience like no other, but that might be because the wallet where you'd normally sit is completely empty instead of full of money. New cars are expensive, And buying one means you're paying a large sum every month for an asset that's constantly depreciating in value. In other words, it's money you'll never see again. The question here is, why buy a new car when you can buy a used one that works just as well but for a significantly cheaper price? If we were to ask Warren Buffett, he'd likely respond that a used car is the way to go, considering he himself drives a used car. Number 9. Overspending on restaurants and deliveries. After a full day of work, cooking is unlikely to be the first thing on your list of ways to relax. That's where the restaurant or food delivery comes in, but unfortunately, you end up paying for the convenience and service. If you pay $8 for a meal you can make at home, then it's normal to spend 3 times the price at a restaurant, or $24. Saving $10 a day can make a huge difference every month. It can be hard to find time to cook, so try to find more practical recipes and prepare your meals for the week in advance. Number 10. Excessive spending on clothes. Did you know that Warren Buffett buys his suits from a tailor named Madame Lee? We've never heard of her, and that says a lot about Buffett. Of course, he doesn't pay a high price for these suits, at least not compared to something like an Armani suit. For Buffett, clothes are simply to be worn, and if he feels good and looks good, there's no need to spend tons of money. There are 2 ways to deal with excessive spending on clothes. First, you can simply avoid designer clothes and shop at stores that offer high-quality fashion at a more affordable price, like Zara. Or if you're a brand lover, you can rent clothes for special occasions. Number 11. They forget themselves. When it comes down to it, the only person who can spend money and make money is you. You oversee your finances and your growth as an individual. So Warren Buffett, the great investor, says the best investment you can make is in yourself. Basically, the more you know, the more money you can make and the more you can save. For example, you can read investment books, personal finance books, or watch YouTube channels like Time to Invest, among others, which you can subscribe to and learn through various free videos. Number 12. New technologies and cell phones. The rate of technology growth is astounding, and so is the rate at which people spend on new products every year. While it's fun and cool to be up to date with the latest gadgets and smartphones on the market, it might be better to wait until you actually need to replace yours. A quick Google search can show that a new iPhone 15 Pro Max costs over $1,000. Now imagine paying that every year, and imagine what you could do with an extra $1,000 per year. Number 13. Drinking at bars or restaurants. Alcohol is enjoyable for many people and is part of a great experience during a night out at a bar or restaurant. Unfortunately, buying drinks is an extremely easy way to spend over $100 in a single night. There's a reason why Warren Buffett doesn't drink. Since bars and restaurants have many expenses to cover, it's normal for the price of alcohol to be 3 to 4 times the amount you can buy at a store. To avoid overspending on alcohol, you can drink at home before going out and have fun, or find a way to include it in your budget by limiting other expenses. Number 14. Credit card debts. It's easy to forget that the money you spend on a credit card is not yours, but rather money borrowed to you. And any borrowed money is money you not only have to pay back, but also with interest. For example, if you bought a sofa for $1,000 with your credit card and didn't pay it off immediately, you'd end up paying over $1,000 for the sofa due to interest payments. I hope Warren Buffett's teachings can help you cut these expenses that end up hindering your financial growth. Let us know in the comments if you agree with all of these and which ones you tend to do. Subscribe to our channel to receive the new videos that are coming. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.